Good morning and welcome back to the Boudicca Way, and this is part 4 and it's the final part of the trail, and I've started at Pulham Market and I'm going to be ending at Dis. So this wonderful building here behind me is the train station here at Pulham Market, and of course, as you can tell, it's closed. It actually closed to the public in 1953 and sadly to freight in 1964. So after travelling for about 7.5 kilometres, finally arrived at my first little village since Pulham Market, and this is Shimpling. And there's only a few houses around here, but there is a lovely church. And this church, let me point you up here, it's very, very rare for Norfolk having a spire at the top, but it's pretty old. The round tower and the nave actually date to the 12th century, and the chancel and then the octagonal top date to the 13th century. And it's all Grade 1 listed and dedicated to St George. This lovely isolated building here is the Church of St Andrew in Felverton, and it sits isolated just amongst lots and lots of open fields. And usually that means that there was either a manor house here that doesn't exist anymore, or there may have been a village here. And what's really interesting is on its northern side, not this side, this is the southern side, there is a Norman archway. Now this building dates to the 15th century mostly, really restored in the 19th century. But that archway predates this building by sort of 400 years, which likely means there was a church here in the Norman period that was then replaced in the medieval period. So I'm now coming up to somewhere called Frenze Hall. It could be Frenze, I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced, but there's a Grade 2 listed house here that dates to the 17th century, and then also a Grade 1 listed chapel of St Andrew that dates to the 14th century, which probably means that, like other places, there was a hall here at the same time this chapel was built that's been demolished and replaced later on in the medieval period. So we've finally arrived here at Diss Station, 36 miles since Norwich, and it's blistering 30+ degree heat at the moment, but I can see over here looking at the station. It's been a lovely trail, very rural, not as much Roman history as I would have wanted for a route that is sort of focused on Queen Boudicca, but it has been really, really nice. Plenty of history around Caistor St Edmund and Taysborough, and beyond that, just very rural and unspoilt farmland and open countryside. It's been really nice, and this is the perfect place to get the train back to Norwich.